Okay, so I'd like to take the time in this intro to formally apologize to Madame Web. Because from the moment I walked out of that theater, I truly told myself it could not get worse than Madame Web in 2024. I told myself Madame Web would be the standard of the worst movie of 2024, and it couldn't get worse than that. But it got way worse. Oh, it got much worse. This movie is beyond the trash and atrocity that Madame Web was. This is truly the worst movie of 2024, so Madame Web, I would love to apologize to you. I am so sorry. Because Afraid, ladies and gentlemen, is now the worst movie of 2024, and let's just get this over with. This is Afraid. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, this is my review of Afraid, starring John Cho, Katherine Waterston, Lakita Maxwell, and David Dastmalchian, and it was directed by Chris Wells, and our story basically just follows a marketing executive who gets the opportunity to take this AI system home to his family. They get to test it out, and it starts to malfunction in ways that you've seen millions of times. Basically, once it starts to learn the family's patterns and things like that, its objective that it has to protect the family and do what's best for the family starts to go haywire and starts to get out of hand. You've seen this movie a million times, and you've seen it much better. I don't know why this movie exists, but it does. So let's talk about it. Look, to get this completely out of the way up front, guys, the only thing I liked about this movie was Katherine Waterston, and I still have something to say about her because I don't know why someone so talented is doing something so beneath themselves. Katherine Waterston is too talented to be in this movie. She gave a performance that's much better than what this movie deserved. This movie did not deserve the performance that she gave. She was the only one genuinely trying to give this movie any sort of entertaining value whatsoever, but it just could not be saved. She did her best. It didn't work. Other than that, there's nothing to like about this movie, guys. Look, to be completely upfront with you, it's one of the worst written movies I've seen in a very long time. Probably since 2020's Grudge, and ironically enough, John Cho's in that too. I like John Cho. I like the Harold and Kumar movies. I like the John Cho's character in American Pie. I think he's the MILF guy. But I'm not necessarily sure what is going on here with his selection of horror movie projects. And beyond that, I don't know what's going on with Blumhouse. Honestly, what's really starting to worry me about Blumhouse is just the ideas and the premises they're coming up with. A haunted pool, an imaginary bear named Chauncey, now some AI named Aya. Come on, guys, you really are not trying over there. You really not even trying to salvage the name that you guys built. Blumhouse. Like, when Blumhouse Productions comes up, you're supposed to be ready to witness some great horror stuff. And this year has just not been it. And this movie here is where everything just needs to stop. You guys need to go back to the drawing board, figure it out, because the Black Phone 2 is resting in your hands, or it's relying on you guys heavily at this point. Like that I don't know what we are doing here. But look, not only is this one of the worst movies I've seen plot-wise, like the plot just completely goes off script. It completely just starts to do whatever. Literally, I lie to you not. There is a moment in this movie where these people are trying to discuss who even created the AI in the first place. They completely just blame it on a data set, and John Cho's character just shouts out, "What's a data set? What's the data set?" And the guy's just like, "I don't know, man. I don't know who created this thing. We really don't have any answers for you." And it leads to nothing, goes nowhere, and it's frustratingly stupid. It even gets to the point where this AI starts to recruit people, or has already hatched a master plan to recruit a bunch of people and blackmail them into being her slaves. It just gets really out of control. It really just turns into a complete clusterfuck of a movie, and beyond that, the dialogue is even more atrocious. The dialogue in this movie is terrible. I mean, these are some of the dumbest written characters I've ever seen in my life, and beyond that, this dialogue is just really bad. It's a poorly written movie. It's a terribly put together movie. As far as horror standards go, it relies on cheap jump scares. It's not really that scary. It's not entertaining. John Cho is very boring in the movie, I will say so. All the kids, look, I'll say this up front. Everybody is given bad material. Every single person that was in this movie is given bad material, including David Dastmalchian, which I am really trying to figure out what the heck he's doing in this movie. Like, there's quite a few talented people in this movie, like Katherine Waterston, David Dastmalchian, Lakita Maxwell. I will put her in that category because she is phenomenal in Shrinking. But look, I'm going to have to ask you guys a Terrence Howard question.
Do you need some money?
Because what are we doing? Why are we starring in movies like this? This is easily one of the worst movies of the year, ladies and gentlemen. It's frustratingly bad. It's a movie that you could quite possibly walk out of. I could see people walking out of this movie. Me personally, it's not long enough to walk out of. I mean, if this thing would have been like an hour and 40 minutes, I think I would have definitely checked out. It's only an hour and 24, so I don't have to sit there that long, thank God, but it is a waste of your time. This is the definition of a waste of your time. Katherine Waterston, before I wrap this up, I never, ever want to see you in a movie like this again. You are way too talented. Please stop wasting your gifts on crap like this. You deserve better. Your fans deserve better. Honestly, Blumhouse, you need to do better. And look, guys, overall, Afraid is a big waste of time. It is literally a shit in the face to horror fans everywhere. It is a slap in the face to movie fans. It is very just completely disrespectful. It shouldn't, this thing doesn't deserve to call itself a horror movie, doesn't deserve itself to call it a thriller. It doesn't really deserve to call itself a movie. Just possibly just an idea that happened and we should just be able to move on from it. But look, for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Afraid 0 out of 5 stars. I couldn't even give this thing a star. It's that bad. It's really that bad. Okay, guys, so Afraid, have you seen it? And if you did, I'm so very sorry because we all had to suffer through the same thing. But what did you think about it, guys? Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Look, this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.